video, I explain where the voices in my head as a schizoaffective are coming from. You can look up your disorder in the DSM-4, or you can look to older sources. This is an outline of abnormal psychology, which I bought at an old bookshop. Mental epidemic? Yeah, that's some weird shit. Eliezer Sternberg wrote an article in Salon on March 2nd, 2016 called "When People with Schizophrenia Hear Voices, They're Really Hearing Their Own Subvocal Speech." It was an excerpt from Sternberg's book, NeuroLogic, The Brain's Hidden Rationale Behind Our Irrational Behavior. When I read that article, a light bulb rationale, less destructive than any of the many hallucinations I had come up with before appeared. As a schizoaffective, which I am, I have auditory hallucinations with accompanying persecutory delusions, which is terrible. At the core of the article, and the part that I got the most out of, was Sternberg's idea that the voices I hear in my head are actually my vocal cords being manipulated by another part of my brain, which the schizophrenia prevents me from identifying as myself, which is then talking to me. So I hear it in my brain, but my mouth doesn't move because they're not connected. So it's like this weird ass thing where, but thus is the nature of the beast of my genetic mental illness. Although I am well medicated, psychiatrists have told me the voices will never completely go away. I must learn how to live with and manage them and make shit out of them. I don't know. My cat brings some comfort. She's sort of my emotional support animal. I was diagnosed 23 years ago with this illness. Since then, I've come up with a fantastical myriad of potential explanations for the voices that I hear that no one else can. All at the time firmly believed. All in the end delusions. They range from demons, overheard art school classmates to the echoing long Cal Arts corridors, even reading the thoughts of people not in the room. I mean, what the fuck, right? Overheard conversations while in crowds or in public places. Like, I can't be in a crowd or else I'll hear voices that I think are someone talking, which is like not real. I've even had neighbors or family talking through the walls, which is also not real. And sometimes, hey, doesn't every schizophrenic hear the FBI? Sure, hi FBI. The CIA, hi CIA. Ghosts, aliens, stalkers, spirit guides, gods, goddesses. Anything and everything possible could be these voices, as the delusions of the month come and go. Where you hear the voice, and the voice knows you because the voice is you, and the voice is part of you, and it's part of your own goddamn brain. But then, it's not the FBI, it's not the CIA, it's not aliens or ghosts or any of it. It's just the delusion of perpetual persecutory surveillance is a hallmark of schizophrenia, and so I think that's why it happens to me so much. I have schizoaffective disorder, a combination of schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. I also have anxiety and PTSD. Thus, not only am I enthusiastically hearing surveillance voices for untold hours that I rationalize are supernatural or persecutory, I am also hypervigilant and terrified about it. Not fun at all. No, it's not fun. Thank whatever gods or benevolent universe you prefer for the medication that makes all of this tolerable. As the Golden Girls sing, thanks for the Medicare. It's just being batshit crazy, which is my cross to bear. The Medicare. Sternberg concludes in her illuminating article, quote, "The brain is a master storyteller designed to make sense of the chaos in our lives. It compensates for the presence of auditory hallucinations caused by a defect in self-recognition by writing a narrative for them to account for them. It is no accident that schizophrenic patients reach for spy agencies, religious entities, or supernatural forces, hey, we love those, right, when describing the voices in their head. These are theories that the brain concocts to explain how a foreign voice could infiltrate a mind. Because, who's talking? How are they talking? Know it intimately, and torment its victim with relentless surveillance. Faced with such bewildering circumstances, the explanation the brain generates is actually surprisingly logical. For a while, I entertained the delusion I was talking with the ghost of my wife, dead ancestors, dead writers I admired. Friendly supernatural is certainly a much more fun delusion than that allowed me to accept the manifestation as kind of like a psychic gift. It's fun to read the tarot when the voices in my head tell me what the cards mean. Witchcraft became an amusing, solitary hobby to replace alcoholism. But then, binge watching American Horror Story, Coven, Asylum, Freak Show, Hotel, and finally, most devastatingly, Roanoke, that scared the shit out of me, illustrated how dangerous both delusions, dreams of fame, witchcraft, antiquated forced psychiatry, the supernatural, good intentions, and mental illness could become in a Hollywood worst case scenario. I am well aware that even the most well acted, gorgeously set designed and costumed cable TV drama is only television, not real. Yet a cautionary tale to learn from. I would prefer not to live an American Horror Story, my Reno nightmare.